over Afghan culture and society. The Taliban regime made a lasting impression on the Afghan society and culture. The regime saw the fading of many aspects of the Afghan culture. They led to the loss of over 50,000 years of Afghan artifacts and treasured cultural pieces from the Kabul province in just a period of over 3 decades. Today, in this slide, you can see the Kabul the museum and ruins after the regime went through. Today, those traditions have resurfaced and are celebrated with pride. Some significant points to make note of are belief diversity in the provinces, gender discrimination towards women's rights, infectious diseases that plague the country and cause many problems, Afghan lifestyles, education, and religion. Music and cooking are two particularly key points of the traditions that are cherished today that weren't before. My first point is the diversity of the people. There are 31 million people in Afghanistan as of 2008, according to the US CIA. 42% of them are the Pashtuns, 27% are the Tajiks, 9% of the Hazaris, and then 13% make up other cultural groups. The Pashtuns, the majority, live by a code of honor: hospitality, justice, protection of women, family, and property, and personal independence. My next point, women discrimination. Men have absolute authority over women in the Afghan culture. They can make the rules and enforce any rules that they decide upon within the family. The oldest male in a household is the predominant male. He's the alpha dog. In this picture, this is a burqa. The purdu is a veil, which is the physical shield of women of property for a family of honor and protection. Women are considered property to the male of the family, to the males of the family. They are not allowed to make decisions for themselves, hence the physical protection by screening their women. Afghan lifestyles are very, very communal. Within the family consists of several generations living under one household. The oldest male, like I said, is the head of the household, and his rule is law in the house. Family honor, pride, and respect towards the members are highly prized within their household and then within their community. The villages are also an extension of their homes, which live by the same rules. A Malik is the village headsman, who is responsible, kind of like a mayor, if you want to do a comparison. The Marim is the master of the water sources, and he's the one that controls bathing, washing your clothing, and having drinking water. The Mullah is the teacher of Islamic law. He is in charge of the education and the religion for the families. Leading to education. There are only two systems of education in the Afghan culture. The oldest is the religious one, predominantly for males, and it's led by the Mullah. It is taught on the Quran, reading, writing, and arithmetic. The other, which is a newer form of education that came around in 1964, is the Constitution education. It's free and compulsory education at all levels for males and females to a certain degree. My next point, religion. Religion has strong ties in every aspect of the Afghan people, their culture, their society, their beliefs, their traditions, and it draws back to early years. 99% of the Afghan population is Muslim. 84% are Sunnites and 15% are Shiites. Only 1% are made up of diverse religions. In the Muslim culture, the mullah, like I previously stated, is the education and religious leader for their group. He can recite the Quran from memory, but that doesn't mean that he has to understand it or understand its meaning. As it was written in Arabic, he may not understand it for the religion of their area, or for the language of their area. classes. He conducts classes and sermons on Fridays for prayers, marriages, and funerals. The laws and doctrines are taught to both adults and children. As the children grow up, they are taught to portray different aspects of the religion. So expectations of a child are not the expectations of an adult. The mullah is an arbitrary leader in the community, and he sets up the physical and social and personal problems, and he rules the community through religion and tries to enforce respect on others. As for the arts, during the Taliban regime, the arts and traditions were banned, but they've resurfaced, like I said, and are again really cherished. Music and cooking. Poetry is a reflection of the music, and music is just an extension of that, with musical instruments and singing. One famous songwriter from Afghanistan is Farda Daria. He left the country of Afghanistan and went on to different Middle Eastern countries and ended up in the United States. But he still wrote songs about his country and for his country. And one of his pieces, Beloved Kabul, was the first song to play on the Kabul radio after the fall of the Taliban regime. Cooking is the last aspect of the Afghani culture that I'll be addressing today. Food is a condition of their hospitality, which is the first rule of the Pashtuns. It's a reflection of their cultural and ethical diversity. The dishes are like that of neighboring countries and those of the Middle East. Traditionally, meals are communal. They're not in individual serving, but more for the whole family or the whole community even. And they're usually served in one dish where everyone shares. Contemporary families in Afghanistan, though, mostly in the cities, have moved to tables with individual servings. And as a guest, you'll be seated in a place of honor and served chai tea. This is a served tea of an offering, and it said the meals are shared as relationship builders and a show of generosity, opening their home and welcoming you to their community. Thank you very much.